And whoa, that must have been a toasty experience right there. Alright guys, hello and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory with me, Spacefish. Just another glimpse of that space elevator. Doesn't that look awesome? All these flashing lights. Oh my god, I think I've, like, just let me take this away, right? Screenshot 1 for Reddit and Instagram. Screenshot 2. Screenshot 3. Screenshots everywhere. Screenshot 4. Like, there's so much to choose from in this game just because it looks so awesome. I just love it. Absolutely love it. But let me get back into the game. First things first, I think it's time to actually eat something because apparently I do like to fall off things. So let me take care of that, and here we are. So last episode we left off, we had built all this stuff. We have built this here as well apparently, so that's great. So well, let me just find out what we actually were going to produce here, and then we're gonna, I think, just hook it up to power, and then we're going to be good. Okay, so as far as I can tell, we're doing rods and screws here, right? So rods and screws are rotors, I guess. I think we had the reinforced iron plates down. Oh. Looks like we need some more fuel. We'll have to take care of that in a second. I just, the moment when the power cuts out. Damn. But. So I think down here, yes, we are producing reinforced iron plates. Actually have a bunch of them already as well. And I think how we will end up doing this is we will eventually just, I mean, maybe you could just do that right now while power's out anyways. So what I want to do here is I just want to have a splitter, and then the splitter gives me like half the output goes in here, so I can use the reinforced iron plates for actually building things, and then, well, all the construction, crafting needs of mine, and then the other half will go up and around, and then, well, eventually be used in this, whatever it was called, I think smart plating that we needed for the space elevator. So hopefully we will have that production going soon, and that will mean that we can advance in, these actually look so much better than they did before. But hopefully that will then mean that we can advance a bit further in our whole space elevator endeavors. But let me place a conveyor splitter right here. Just like this. And then we'll have one conveyor belt going in, one conveyor belt going out. And this we'll just leave open for now. I mean, maybe I can just already have this here as an indicator of where I want it to go out. But obviously, as we don't have an in up there, well, we don't really actually need to finish that just yet. So, before we can do anything else up top, we will go ahead and have a quick look at our biomass burners, which I'm pretty sure we just don't have any biomass left. I'm actually kind of hoping I still have some reserves flying around, and well, you know, because if it's totally empty right now, then I'm oh no, oh god, oh of course, I'm really just hoping it's one. It seems these two still have fuel. Yeah, just this one's blinking red. Let me, well, I mean, it's not really gonna be going for too much longer that way either, to be honest. I mean, this way, how are the others looking? Oh, these are actually not too bad for fuel. Okay, so we still have some fuel, sorta, just not enough. I will get this going for now, and thus we can get back to production, but I think I'll just go and collect some biomass real quick, and then get that into the biofuel production chain, so that we can hopefully get well, get all that stuff back up and running for a bit longer again. Now this, I mean, this is kind of, whoa. Oh, come on, are you for real? I just threw all the fuel in there, now I can't use my chainsaw anymore. Great stuff. So annoying, so annoying. But what I was gonna say there is I think that hitbox is actually honestly kind of annoying for well, for trees and stuff that I want to pull down. Wait, which side was which? This one was for leaves. Okay, so leaves will go in here, and then the wood will go in there, and then all that's going to produce biomass eventually, hopefully, and when that produces biomass, it's going to produce biofuel, and I'll just pick like 1 or 2 off the assembly line real quick there, and then we'll continue to cut down some trees and the likes, I guess. And here we go, a lot of biomass flowing in, and biofuel. Huh. So yeah, that's sort of biofuel. I mean, I guess it does make more sense for like input to output materials, right? Because like, I mean, you wouldn't really, I mean, I guess you could get biofuel out of it too, right? But like solid biofuel does make a bit more sense in the way that it works here. Still, oh come on, seriously already? Oh, well. Still, I don't know, like, I do have to say I like the old can sort of design, if that makes sense. But hey, that's the way it is, I guess. I am just going to keep cutting down trees. I'm actually kind of worried that I overloaded the power grid there, and that it was not just us running out of biofuel. Because those generators don't run 24... Well, not generators, but those biofuel production facilities don't run 24/7, so I'm kind of worried that by adding them to the grid I kind of overloaded it again. But I don't know, we'll find out about that in a second. For the time being, I'll just focus on actually collecting some more biofuel. Over here I don't really care about this, because this is not really too much of a part of my view for my hub. So you can just cut away and abuse nature. Abuse nature for good over here. And I'm kind of looking to expand outwards here later anyway, so... Huh, that was a new one. Yeah, but yeah, so I'm not too worried about this part here. Just kind of worried about finding some fire spitty thingy behind the next tree or something again. That would be pretty spooky indeed. I don't need all those jump scares again, no thanks, but, well, let's see. Hopefully that's not going to happen. Chainsaw's also out of fuel again, so we're gonna have to head back soon-ish, one way or another, but for the time being, I think we can keep going. Can we maybe cut down this big tree here real quick? Because like this will all be space for me to expand eventually, and there we go. That was actually not that much wood for that big a tree. Only 8. Well, there we go. Only 8. Actually not too much. But regardless, I'm just gonna, yeah, cool. Just gonna get my weapon back in my hand again, just in case. Hello, big fella. How are you doing that today? And, aha! I found it, guys. I need to hold. Ah, so it's not actually scanning everything anymore, I think. So I found the way to scan ore again when I kind of looked at my recordings again, and I did discover that V must indeed be the button, and I was kind of wondering, like, if V is the button, I hit that button, why did it not work? Well, it turns out I have to hold V. And I'm not 100% sure how it was before. Maybe it was that way as well for C, that I needed to hold it, but as far as I remember, the way that it actually worked was, let me just throw these leaves in here real quick. The way that it actually worked, as far as I remember, was more that, I just clicked C and it scanned everything for me. I'm not 100% sure that's the way that it actually used to be. It's just the way that I remember, so like don't judge me if I'm wrong. But yeah, well, I don't know. It's working now, so that's great, I suppose. Now I'm just gonna get like these whole 8 biofuel that we have in here. I'm gonna kind of try and find out if I did overload. Oh yeah, it does look like we overloaded it, doesn't it? Okay. Yep. Definitely overloaded it. So we will need another biomass biofuel generator, whatever it's called again. Biomass burner. There we go. So I'm just placing that right here then. Oh wait, those look different as well, don't they? Interesting. Okay, cool. But yeah, it's just gonna go here for the time being. Like eventually I'm gonna pull a few of these down regardless, I think. But for the time being, we're gonna do it like that. and can just attach right to there. Then we will insert the whole 8 fuel that we got so far. Get the power grid back on, and yeah, okay, there we go. But yeah, we did actually overload it by producing all that fuel at the same time, I guess. So, well, we will have a good bunch of inflows here now, so it should keep us up and running for a while. The only issue is going to be me actually throwing that fuel in there, because it's obviously not going to be produced instantly. So I think we may end up having another power outage this episode, and then I'll just have to run over and throw these items in there. But for the time being, we totally forgot about that. I love that you can actually slide under the conveyors right now. That's actually a super nice addition. I do have to say I love that. And you know, you can just slide all day if you want to. It's a pretty fun thing to do. But okay, so that's that. We have increased the capacity of our power grid, so I'm hoping that by that my power grid is now actually strong enough to well, to supply all these production facilities up here as well. I can maybe check it out. So we need 4 megawatts, 8 megawatts. How much does a biomass burner provide? That's a good question, probably. It's 12. Oh god. Huh. 27. Okay. That may actually still be a bit much. Well, it's 30, so let me see my current usage. So my peak is at like 113. Oh wow. So we could end up overloading it, but it's not too likely. And as I say that, that would be did I just hear like a piggy somewhere? I thought I just heard the snoring of one of these pigs. Hogs. Whatever. Well. Okay, I mean, I don't know. I love the risk, I guess, so let's just give it a try and see what happens, I suppose. And then we can just go from there. But okay, I mean, we will one way or another need another biomass generator or two, because well, for the smart platings that we do want to make, we will need another of these assemblers, and as we just saw, those just use a casual, you know, 15 megawatts, so yeah, we'll probably need another one of those, but for the time being, that's that. I will just have a storage container put right here, and then I will place another splitter right there. So it's going to be the same setup pretty much as for the reinforced iron plates down there. So then I still have some on top to, well, to build things, to craft things, and, you know, maybe to do some advanced production with them eventually when I need it, because I think these rotors will eventually be made into motors or something else. Well, I mean, they'll surely be used sometime soon, one way or another. And let's just see if we can watch this thing produce things. Oh, a lot of screws, not that many iron rods coming through right now. I will have to double check that that frequency is actually alright. I don't think so. Thinking about it right now, I think we needed to overclock something. So maybe we will have to take care of that as well. I mean, I guess for the time being, if it at least starts, that's a good thing, because that means we can also sort of start moving towards that smart plating smart plating production setup. So oh yeah, it seems like that's the same animation for everything, isn't it? Huh. Well, sad times. I was kind of hoping for a custom animation for like different parts, but obviously, you know, that's probably asking a bit too much. But here we go. First rotor. Good stuff. Awesome. I'm not going to put anything right here just now, or maybe no, I don't think so. So that stuff's producing. That's great. Now let me just check on these frequencies. So we need 20 and 100 per minute, and we are making 40. What? That's actually pretty crazy. Okay, I mean, we cannot provide that much right now, I'm pretty sure. 22.5 a minute. So, well, I mean, given that it's split, It's more like 11.25 anyways. So yeah, I mean, we can obviously not provide as much. Oh, but I think we have overclocked here a bit, so it's probably sort of still balanced. And like actually using the full production capacity of this thing, like we will need to overclock a bit more for that, and we just sadly don't have the slugs for that right now. I would love to actually, you know, to actually have those on the object scanner sometime, but well, we just have nuts and berries so far, so I'm not quite sure when we can actually research that to be in there. But talking of research, let's maybe have a quick look at the MAM, and then redistribute some of that biofuel, and get another biomass burner running as well. And then we can come back and sort of get the whole thing going for smart plating production. That would be great. That would be awesome if we could get this going that episode, because, I don't know what happened to you. But, yeah, I really want to produce, no, not produce, but proceed on this space elevator thing. Especially since I'm pretty sure, like, within a tier or two, we will unlock, coal and coal burners, and then we'll finally be able to get rid of this super annoying system where I just have to run back and forth and, you know, get more biomass and throw more biomass in there, and then blah, you know. It's kind of an annoying system, and I would like to eventually get rid of it. And see, there it goes again. Like it's just like too much manual maintenance, and I would really love if we could avoid that sometime soon. So you go in there, and I think I need to refuel these here with a bit of priority. Yes, you get 44, and well, I suppose you get 44 and 22, and you get like another 22, and then we can get it back on, and then everything will get going again. But yeah, I don't know, it's just too much manual maintenance right now. So yeah, the sooner we get rid of that system, the better, I think. That's literally gonna be the major next step I need to take care of for well, more of an automated system here, and less of this annoying manual work. And did they update the visuals for these? Yes, they did. Look at that. These iron rods actually look dank. Okay, well, regardless though, we will need another one of these, which is actually kind of insane, because like from what I remember, how I used to operate this stuff before, well, before update 3, I think, with like where we now need all this huge factory, I think I never had this many biomass burners, and that was mainly due to the reason that I could just build the stuff required for the space elevator myself, and I just would put in a small quick crafting session, you know, and well, be done with it, instead of actually having to build my first mega factory this early into the game already. And thus I could, you know, just craft things, get the coal mining and coal burning running, and then once that was done, you know, I already had all that power stuff kind of automated, didn't need to take too much care of that anymore, and I was just kind of good to focus on the mega factory without having to supply biomass every 5 minutes or so, if that makes sense. So yeah, well, kind of a change here, but I hope we will get that over with very soon. So, gonna get myself back. We've got a bunch more power now. Looking at this, yes, we do. So we can get another. I think we just need one more assembler, and then we should be sort of good to go. Also need to get some stairs in here sometime. For the time being, I guess this lookout tower will work just fine for us. But yeah, also, I should probably get some more concrete and, you know, expand on walls and all that good stuff. But, we will, for the time being, first things first, get a conveyor belt out here, so we can kind of split that production, you know, now instead of later. I would like to have some outputs from that. How many do we have so far? A whole 8. So yeah, you can see this is actually producing really slowly, so, let's see how long we will actually need. And yes, good thing we have those. But let's see how long we will actually need to get all these smart platings that we do so badly require. So I think the way that I'm going to set up this assembly is just kind of like this way. So like, just turn it around once and then, well, there we go, okay. So, let me kind of hopefully make this look good. Yes, that's good. Okay, sweet. So, it's just awesome when this actually looks good, isn't it? So, what you're going to be doing is smart plating. Whoopsie, my escape key just fell off. Who doesn't love when that happens? So, other one we will need are reinforced iron plates. Now, let me have a look how we are going to do that. I think we are going to start out right here. Just make things look good again. I think I need to go, yes. Okay, I think I'm sort of getting a feeling where I actually need to go with these builds to have some sort of good curvature going, if that makes sense. So now I can't look up there. Which of the plates is the assembler on? I think this one, isn't it? Looks like it's that one, so we would need to come out like up there. I've got this iron deposit here as well, which I need to kind of remember not to encroach that thing's clearance too much. So I'm thinking we'll just sort of go right here. Does that work still? You know, I suppose we can test it out. Can't afford, but not encroaching any clearance, so that's great. So we will go up here, just like this. Then, where was it at? Oh, I can't see. It looks like it's, yeah, it's here, okay. So the plan would then be to have one sort of like here-ish. Just like this. Have it come around. Oh, come on, that looks so bad though. Okay, I suppose we'll keep it like that for the time being. So, going up here. Hello, reinforced iron plates. How are you doing this fine day? I do not want to fall off. No, thank you. Oh! Just when I say it. Floor is too steep. Are you for real? Oh no, it's just because my... okay. Let me get up there. I think we'll have to do the final part from upstairs. Should be hopefully good though, for alignment and everything sorta. And we will find out in just a second. And whoa! That must have been a toasty experience right there. So conveyor belt. We want to go sort of right here. So we want to start right here. Just like this and just like that. Awesome, good stuff. And here come the first few reinforced iron plates. Cool. So that thing's set up. I'm not sure I actually want to start the production yet, because like we could probably wait for a bit of backlog till we start it. Like we're obviously not going to be able to supply these frequencies, right? 2 per minute. Like these are outputting 4 a minute, yes, but only when I actually manage to supply everything in the frequency needed, and I'm pretty pessimistic about that right now. So, well, I mean, we may as well wait for a bit of backlog and start it then, and thus kind of conserve a bit of the biomass, if that makes sense. Well, then again, if it's not producing, it's not really going to use much of anything. No, let's get it going. So, power pole. Right here, please. Connect it to that one. And then... zap. There we go, cool. And then this will just be outputting to here. And we'll just place a container right here. I'm not sure I mean, we will probably eventually need it for other things, so, you know. We can always put a splitter there later, but for the time being, I think this is going to be fine. And we can just go pull that conveyor belt out there. And, eventually... Nice. Here are our first smart platings. Now we only need 50 of these. So yeah. Easy. But cool. We got all that set up this episode. I am super, super happy with that. And I think with that said, the time of this episode is nearing its end. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves this episode. I hope you're satisfied with the progress as well. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to stay up to date on all the upcoming episodes. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!